My guests today, and we're so glad to have Robert Almy and Dr. Deb Gundermann, who are sharing with us about the Christ at Work organization. And now we want to talk about the Christ at Work conference, because it's coming up later in the month of April the 23rd and the 24th, correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Right here in Albuquerque. So it's close by. There's one for this area. And let's talk a little bit about how long these conferences have been going on, because you said that you went to one 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. So obviously this isn't the first one. How long have these been in existence?
This is the fourth year.
Year 4, okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And is that true for Albuquerque, or is that true worldwide, nationwide?
For Albuquerque,
Okay.
for the one here in the Southwest.
Wonderful, okay.
Now you might be interested in who comes to this conference. It's a Southwest regional conference, not just for Albuquerque.
Great.
So we have people from Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, Belen come, but we also have a contingent of people that come from Las Cruces, El Paso, and Juarez. And so we have a Spanish translator in the back of the room who'll be translating for the people in Juarez.
Great.
And we'd love to have people come from Clovis and Gallup and Farmington as well.
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
So no matter where you're watching the program today, we're going to give you some information on how you can find out more about the conference. And let's just start off by doing that right now. You can go onto the web, and the web address is Christ at Work SW, standing for Southwest, christatworksw.com. In addition, you could call this phone number, 505-255-6424. One more time, that's 505-255-6424 for more information on the upcoming Christ at Work conference. And let's get back into some of the information. Tell us a little bit about this year's agenda for the conference and what people can expect if they were to come.
Okay. It starts Friday evening. Registration is between 5 and 6. It's going to be held at the Hotel Albuquerque on Rio Grande Boulevard, which is just north of Old Town.
Pretty area.
Yeah, it's really nice. We serve supper at 6, and during the supper time period, Pat McGrath will be with us as our keynote speaker. Pat is part of FCCI, and he is the Hispanic director and deals with the Christ at Work groups in El Paso, Juarez, and on into South America, because there are some in other countries in South America. So he's pretty well known and a dynamic speaker who talks about Christian business leaders and how to run businesses for Christ. So it'll start off with a great session on Friday evening. Then on Saturday morning, we start off with breakfast at 7:30, so people can come.
Eating sounds
a lot
like
of eating.
On this conference. That's okay. Eating and listening to good speakers.
I like to put that in there. You're going to get fed as part of this. You're going to get spiritually fed. You're going to get physically fed when you come.
Good.
We'll have a couple of other keynote speakers in the morning. We have a gentleman, Steve McKee, and he's going to be coming from Oklahoma. He's going to talk about when your business dwindles, when you start having struggles in your business, and that is so common in today's economy.
Wow, it sure is. I mean, a lot of people are under pressure.
Yeah. How do you deal with that? And we're so excited that he's going to be here as one of our keynotes on Saturday.
Steve is from Albuquerque here, and he was one of the founders of the advertising agency McKee, Walwork, and Cleveland. And they're a smaller advertising agency, but they're rated as one of the top 10 in the United States.
Wow.
And part of the expertise he has that he's going to share with us is what happens when the growth within your company stalls. And he's done research with 700 different companies to determine what happens. Now, most people think, oh, well, our growth has stalled because of the recession. But his research has showed even in recessions, it's the same factors that cause growth or your sales growth to stall or diminish. And the factors are all inside of the company, not outside of that company. So he's going to go over those factors that cause that slower sales growth and talk about what you can do about them as a Christian business leader in those companies.
Great, great. That sounds like some great material that was very practical and very relevant, cutting edge things that are taking place. Tell us a little bit more about the conference and give us a few more insights as to some of the other folks who may be a part.
We'll have a second keynote speaker in the morning, and that's Steve Menzel.
Steve Menzel, okay.
And now he's the one from Oklahoma, right?
Yes,
I've got those.
Yes,
I always
that's right.
get those two mixed up, Steve and Steven. So Stephen Menzel is from Oklahoma, and he's going to talk about Character First. He's part of the Character First organization. He's involved in business development, so that'll be an exciting keynote as well. Then at that point, we have breakout sessions, and the participants can choose a breakout session that they may want to go to for the rest of the morning. We have Kenneth Edwards from Faith Comes by Hearing, which is a ministry here locally. We have Mike Cosgrove with Crown Financial Ministries, and he's going to talk about financial issues. And then Bill Money, who also is a local gentleman. He's president of Tetra Corporation. He's very involved in the power of prayer, and he's going to talk about the use of prayer in leading a company. So those are breakout sessions in the morning.
Great. Now again, the location for this is at the Hotel Albuquerque at 800 Rio Grande Boulevard. And that's going to be on April the 23rd and 24th. The 23rd would be a Friday evening, and on the 24th would be on Saturday. And we look forward to just telling you a little bit more about the Christ at Work conference that is coming up just a little while down the road. Thinking about people who are going to be there, who do you think should attend? And someone's watching today and they say, wow, sounds interesting. Would I fit in? Is this going to be something for me? Is it just business owners? Is it people who work in the, workers are involved in management? Is it, who Salesforce? Who's the people that should be involved in this?
It's actually both audiences should be involved, not only business owners, but business employees. We have a nice mix in our organization. And the type of person that will benefit from that is, of course, in the business world. And what they're wanting and that we can provide at this conference is high-quality education for them. And I know as a Christian business person, it's hard to find education that's tailored for you as a Christian business person for the workplace. And that's exactly what this conference is.
Great.
We want you to walk away from the conference feeling like your money was well spent because of the quality of the speakers that we bring in. And since Deborah and I are both conference planners, what we try to choose is experienced Christian business people to come to speak to us about the various issues we face in the workplace today.
Tell me about the cost to attend. So of course, that's important. How much does it cost to be a participant at this conference?
It's $115 to attend the conference if you register before April 16th. After that's $135.
Okay, $115 before the 16th,
right,
and $135 thereafter.
Right.
Okay.
And what you get for that, that may sound like a lot of money, but what we're doing is we're compacting a lot of education into a short period of time. You get to hear 6 outstanding speakers, and then you have 2 different breakout sessions that you can choose from, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, plus 3 meals during the day. So you get a lot for your money by attending the conference.
How many people do you anticipate being at this conference this year, or maybe even like last year? How many people generally come? Is it something that's continuing to see some momentum?
Oh yes, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, this year's conference has quite a bit of momentum to it, and I think it's because we've gotten the word out better. But last year we'd have had about 113 people signed up. Well, last Friday we already had the 113 people signed up, so we're now 2 weeks ahead and still signing people up.
And I don't know how that is with your event, but a lot of events seems like people procrastinate a little bit. And there's that late rush. So it sounds like if you're already ahead of last year, with a couple weeks to go, you're in great position.
Right. I also want to be sure we speak out to women who are in business and business leadership roles.
Sure.
Saturday afternoon, we'll have a panel discussion, and this is specifically for women who are in the business world, who are Christian, and they want to share ideas about how do you handle that. So I will be facilitating that panel discussion. We have 3 wonderful women, kind of different backgrounds. One is Leticia Chavez Paulette. She's the executive director of A Peaceful Habitation. We have Brenda Ashworth. She owns a financial planning business. And then we have Donna Donahue, who is COO of Year Out Mechanical. So we have a real variety on our panel. It should be a real exciting time. So if you are a woman listening in, this conference is for you too.
Great. So it's something for everybody. When people attend, you obviously mentioned the meals that they're going to be able to get. They're going to get the education. Is there resources resources that are available to be purchased at the conference if you want to take things with you? Other items like that?
There will be a table with resources on it.
Great.
And we will also offer the conference on CD or DVD to people who might want to purchase them for other people who couldn't come.
Okay.